Swindon trying to spring quickly from defence to attack. Smith for Coe, great chance, Steve Coe. And I think that's an excellent save by Alan Kelly. It was a superb run by Coe. He was beautifully found, tried to just flick it over the advancing keeper. But Kelly got enough of the ball to divert it past a post. Best chance of the game so far. Smith did well. Still Alex Smith. This is a great run and a lovely ball for Steve Coe. Chances again for Swindon. Coe centres, and that is brilliant defending. It was Mark Walters who threw himself into the middle. I think it may have been Mitch Ward who was with him, and he really did well to get that up and over the crossbar. Could so easily have been an own goal. Back for McMahon. Smith again, first time cross. Elkins header, and Gary Elkins has given Swindon Town the lead with 12 minutes played of the second half. It's his first goal in Swindon colours, and it's really well deserved, you have to say. And no surprise that involved in the build-up was young Alex Smith, because he, for me, has been the star man so far in a red shirt. It was his cross, and beautifully headed in by Gary Elkins. Former Wimbledon man gives Swindon Town the lead. It's cleverly done by Patterson. A good cross and excellent work by Elkins. Swindon hero at one end with a goal, hero at the other with a good clearance. Patterson looking for the in-swinger. Two players coming in, and it's hit the woodwork. There's a mass scramble. Digby has finally dropped on the ball. Well, he emerges with a smile on his face, but that was an anxious moment for Swindon. Heads up on the far side. Ball certainly seemed to strike angle of post and crossbar. Sheffield United just unable to scramble it home. On by White. Fjortoft loses out to Elkins. In for Allison. Shielded it nicely but couldn't quite release it into the path of Coe. Still Swindon build. Elkins whips in a difficult looking ball, and the most spectacular of own goals has given Swindon a 2-0 lead. Well, it's David Holdsworth, and it's a finish that twin brother Dean would have been proud of. He's a striker, of course. Poor old David's a defender, and that is a nightmare for him. Swindon would do well not to just sit back, inviting Sheffield United to attack them. And there's the header from Kelly, and that's a wonderful save by Digby. Andy Walker, of course, it was with the header. Fraser Digby's not had much to do, but when called upon, there's a salmon-like leap to his right, and the ball stuck. That's excellent goalkeeping. Some worried faces on that Sheffield United bench as Nielsen hurls another long throw in. Ward on the turn, another splendid save. And Digby comes to the rescue of his team again. He made one or two superb stops here recently in a game against Bradford, and he's just telling everybody to wake up a little around him. 10 minutes to go. Swindon aren't home and dry yet. They're certainly not now, because Sheffield United are back in the game. And would you believe, David Holdsworth, having scored an own goal at one end, has got his team back into it at the other. Swindon unable to cope with the near post corner, and the defender arrived at speed and simply had to touch it over the line. Coe, superb work by him. Steve Coe, great save. Might break for Watson. Another super block this time by Roger Nielsen. But it was Alan Kelly who made the first important interception, as on a few occasions today, denying Steve Coe. Today was your goal which got them on the way to victory. Your first in Swindon colours, I think. You must have enjoyed that.
Definitely, first goal, yes, I did enjoy it. I was really pleased. It was, I think we took a corner, if I remember. It went back out to Alex, who I basically waited in around the 6-yard area. They don't push out, they tend to stay in there. And Alex just knocked a great ball in, bent it in, and I was unchallenged for a free header. As a defender yourself, did you have any sympathy with David Holdsworth with his second goal for Swindon, really? Well, it was a good ball, you know, with pace, and they're always difficult to defend. And basically, if he missed it, Stevie was right behind him anyway. And I think that Stevie would have scored if he didn't score. Well, Russell, Swindon back on track there with a fine win, and perhaps they're not going to miss Kevin Horlock after all, because young Alex Smith had a great game for them. He did. He's a good player. I've seen him a couple of times in their reserves this season. He's a lovely left foot. You know, he can pass a ball, runs with it. He can go past people, as we see here, quite composed. But he sees passes. He can keep it easy. We see once or twice he threads nice little balls through as well. You know, he's not just a ball winner. You know, he can create. About the manager's control there, but it was nice work by Alex Smith, and he showed that he could pass over a long distance as well. Almost Glenn Hoddle-like one pass I noticed in the game. Yeah, like I say, he's got a very good left foot, you know, and he's got vision. He gets his head up. He knows where his players are. And he turns defence straight onto attack for them. If you've got players like that in your midfield that can hit 50-60-yard balls, you know, and put them on a tanner, then it's great for your front players, especially. And at only 20 years old, he could be quite a prospect for them. Yeah, very much so, yeah. Now, Swindon have got a home game in midweek against QPR. They need to win that one to, as I say, get a good run going, really. Yeah, they do. They had a bit of a bad patch again, didn't they? You know, but they're coming back again, you know, and they're doing well. Great. Thank you, Russell.
Sights on going up, while Swindon are beginning to worry about staying up after a poor old run. You could forget the form book today, though. It was Town all the way. They were only warming up in the first half. In the second, Gary Elkins gave them the lead. And then United defender David Holdsworth went and gave them a second. In one of those strange twists of fate, Holdsworth then went and scored at the right end. But anything other than a Swindon win would have been wrong. Town 2, Sheffield United 1.